Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be painting a lilac-breasted roller. We'll talk a little bit about this beautiful species of bird, and I'll give you some of my personal tips and tricks for painting wildlife portraits. I've already sketched out the bird, but I'll quickly give you some tips for getting started. It can be overwhelming to look at a photo and try to replicate it on a piece of paper. If you find yourself struggling to get your sketch just right, it might help to print out your reference photo and break the photo down into shapes. For example, you can draw a circle where the head should be, an oval for the body, and a triangle for the wing. Then you can slowly manipulate the lines into the shapes that they need to be. Remember to use a light hand with your pencil to avoid making indentations in your paper. Once you have your sketch ready, it's time to start painting. I like to start with the areas of my painting that I'll pay the most attention to detail with. In this case, it'll be the beak and the eye. The eye especially can bring your drawing to life and bring a lot of realism to an otherwise two-dimensional drawing. When drawing an eye, it's important to pay close attention to where the sunlight reflects off of the eye. The pupil will never be a solid black dot. Instead, you can use shades of gray, brown, black, and white to achieve dimension in your drawing. Next, I'm going to lay down a light, solid base layer of color. This particular species of bird has on average 8 colors in its plumage, so this base layer is going to serve two purposes for me. First, it will help me achieve correct color placement, and second, it will help add some depth to the colors I'm using. Remember that color is multidimensional, and most colors are assemblies of multiple other colors. Layering colors, especially when you're mimicking an animal's coat or feathers, can make your art way more realistic and more visually appealing. Then I'm going to go in with a very small angled brush and lay down more details in the animal's coat. In order to mimic feathers, I'll use very short layered strokes. Also, it's important to pay attention to the direction the feathers are going to fall. This bird has its head turned, so the directions of the stroke should convey that. Most of the painting will be achieved with the same technique, so I'm going to take the time now to tell you a little bit about this awesome species of bird. As I mentioned before, this is the lilac-breasted roller. They're native to eastern and southern Africa, and they're found most abundantly in Kenya. Both males and females have the same brightly colored plumage, which isn't the case for many bird species. Another fairly unique quality that they have is that they're thought to be monogamous, which means that they have one mate throughout their entire life. Because of this, they were pretty prevalent in the folklore of African tribes. The Zulus constructed ropes from the feathers of these birds and would bind the wrists of young couples who wished to marry. If the rope broke, it meant that the couple was not compatible and they could not marry. The Venda tribe made wedding rings from their feathers or decorated their wedding dresses with them, and many believe the bird to be a symbol of peace. If at any point you find yourself dissatisfied or frustrated with your portrait, maybe put it away and come back to it the next day, and chances are that you'll like it much more than you did before. Alright, and to finish up, I like to go in with some colored pencils or a fine tip brush to add a few final details to the bird. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.